What's going on, everybody? Guava, Left Farmer 73 here. It's good to see everybody in here. Happy Sugar Free Sunday. Hope you're practicing Sugar Free Sunday. All it is watching what you put in your body, how much sugar and carbohydrates. Try your hardest not to consume any of it. Want to have a little discussion. I'm in my feelings, so I kind of felt like who better to talk to about it than y'all? What's going on? Hi, my Renaissance grandma. Hey, Envy Me, Chef Handyman. How you doing? World of Apollonia, Happy Mac, Chanel King, Wells 803 Garden. How y'all doing today? Kind of in my feelings, and I'm thinking pretty much everybody probably is. And I wanted to see, am I by myself here? Okay, let's see. Hey, making it make sense. I think Miss Cole, how you doing? Back to Me 2011, Sharon Scott, K Mac, Miss Johnson, how you doing? Jennifer, Edie. Yaya, how you doing? Natural Light Brown Sugar. How everybody doing? It's good to see y'all. Just wanted to talk to y'all for a minute until the lights go dim anyway. I had a couple of different things going on. And this is going to be a positive video. Not positively negative, but just positive. All right. So here's the deal. I'm blessed. You're blessed. But you never think about it. No, Johnny. No, let's talk about that. Not a John Deere man. You're blessed and you don't even think about it. All we think about is the things that we wish we had and wish we could do, but we never sit back and think the reasons why this stuff happened. I'm going to tell you, over the last week, I've been to every tractor dealer in a 50-mile radius. No, even more so than that. Maybe even almost 100-mile radius. I've been to all tractor dealers with all sales and all of this. And this ain't about tractors, so don't shy away. It's about principles and blessings. I had a hard decision to make. And I'm wondering if y'all is dealing with the same thing. In a minute, I'm going to make sure y'all can come up and probably give your testimony if you have one. But it's the truth. Hey, honey. Give it there. Hey, baby. What's going on, man? I'm live, y'all. So,
I'm trying
before y'all start passing gas and stuff. So, okay, you guys, I've had a chance to go to several tractor dealerships, and I had a chance to purchase a tractor. Now, I wasn't trying to get a big, gigantic tractor because I've never had a tractor before, and I felt as though if I can't pay for the tractor with money that I can just kick around, like kick around money. I don't want it. And this is why. Before I filled out any paperwork, because golly, that paperwork was burning a hole in my hand. I thought on it and I slept on it and I thought on it and I slept on it. And I'm sure all of y'all doing it too. What stopped me from purchasing a tractor today is I had to think realistically. As bad as I need a tractor, I don't want a tractor anymore. I need a tractor. But at the same time, prices are going up. And this is really, truly no time to spend any money Let me back that up. Extending lines of credit. Starting a line of credit right now on anything is almost like shooting yourself in the foot. And with certain exceptions, of course. Okay, let's be for real. With certain exceptions, if you're dealing with something and you can pay it off, like you're dealing with $2,000, $3,000, something like that, even $5,000, you can deal with something like that and you can get it paid off if you had to. I get it. But when we talking about $40,000, a $40,000 piece of equipment that you will not use every single day, like a car. I'm not going to use a tractor every day. I'm not a farmer, like a industrial farmer. I'm not. And I had to weigh all this stuff on my mind. I need y'all to do the same thing before you go out here and make any mistakes. If you're about to invest in something, I need you to think about it. What are you doing this for? Can it be supplemented? Can it be substituted with something else that's not going to tie you to that payment, right? So I was looking at several tractors, and they're not the ones that I wanted per se, but the ones that I accepted. We talking around $25,000-ish. And I thought to myself, number one, how many other more beneficial things could I do with that money? Number two, where is this money coming from? If you're signing a loan for 84 months and you're paying anywhere from $320 to $400 a month on a piece of equipment that you're going to use sparingly, but you're stuck with this payment of $300 to $400 for the next 7 years, hurt my heart. Now I sat there with that pen, and the guy said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Man, I just really need to think on this, man. I really need to think on this." He said, "No problem, take your time." And he thought I was thinking on which tractor I wanted. It wasn't that. It was I had to put it all into reality and perspective, right? And if you don't do that, you're going to make a lot of bad decisions. And this is no time to be making any bad decisions. Dipper say, better get that mule and plow. Right. It's alternatives to this game. I kept thinking to myself, 84 months. 84 months for a tractor that is not my 100% favorite. My favorite it started at 30,000. And then when you start adding a few pieces onto it, by the time it was done, it was almost $50,000. And I said, no, sir. No, sir. Step it down. Let's go for the tractor it's what I need and not what I want. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this story is because you have these same stories in your life. It ain't got nothing to do with a tractor. I'm just giving you my testimony. It's things out there that you're making decisions on that you need to pump the brakes and be like, wait a minute. Don't let nobody talk you into it, con you into it, force you into it, or talk you into anything right now. Because the state of the economy right now, let's be honest, okay? The state of the economy, Unbiased LLC, how you doing, sister? The state of the economy is the worst in history. The people running the show is the worst in history. Is this a time I'm going to call it splurge? Just thought about it. So I'm telling y'all before I even told my wife what happened. I even put on a good shirt. You know, I wore collars and buttons today because I knew I was going to have me a tractor today, and I wanted to look good for the pictures and stuff, right? I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't pull that trigger because I know I don't have $20,000 cash money, right? I know that to be spending on a tractor. So I know I'm going to have to use my credit. So using my credit, I got to ask myself, what am I doing? Is this tool making me money? Yes and no. It's saving me time and it's saving my back. But at what expense though? See, we gotta weigh it out. Yes, my time will be saved if I purchase this tractor. Yes, my back and my muscles will be saved if I purchase this tractor. But at the same time, at what cost? What all am I doing with this tractor? Am I going to be on this tractor each and every single day? I don't even have a full farm. I have a part-time farm, right? This tractor is not making me money. And when you start talking about $20,000 to $30,000 for the weekend warrior, we got a problem. And even though my situation is in a different category than yours is the same. And this is the part that I don't think people quite get. We are in trouble. This country is in trouble. And I thought that too. I said, right now, everything is so scary. Who say I'm going to be making that kind of money in 7 years? Who say I'm going to be making my money now? Who says that they're going to allow me to keep all of my businesses open? Who says they ain't going to pull the rug from under my feet? And I thought about that. Now, see, this ain't no conspiracy theory. These are facts. They have fired tens of thousands of people across the country. Now, I'm not going to say hundreds of thousands, and I'm not going to say millions, because I know it's hundreds of thousands. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just let you understand. Tens of thousands of people across the country, across all platforms, across every job spectrum, jobs that we don't even think about. They're firing people. You're firing scientists. You're firing scientists. You're firing lab specialists. You're firing IRS agents. That made me think. You're firing Food and Drug Administration people. You're firing FBI agents. I did a lot of soul search. Air traffic controllers. People that's put in place to keep us safe from everything, right? You're firing the weather people that keeps track of this weather that we're dealing with. So what I'm talking about, I'm not going down the political path on this, but I just wanted to talk about facts, things that are really happening right now. So I thought to myself, if they're firing scientists, lab specialists, air traffic controllers, FBI agents, firemen, police, they're taking the insurance away from these people and all the safeguards. They're taking Social Security and they taking low income. What the hell am I thinking about buying a $30,000 tractor for? To grow some tomatoes? Growing tomatoes is a great idea, but can I grow tomatoes and peppers for less than $30,000? You understand what I'm saying? Man, I've been driving around all day, me and my puppy, and I've been listen, my heart is hurting. I'm feeling some type of way right now, because I wasn't just thinking about myself. I was thinking about the world. And I said I was going to stop trying to do that, but I can't help it. I was thinking about myself, but I was also thinking about everybody else. And it made me think, man, I'm blessed. I'm heartbroken, but I'm still low. Because I had to think, man, I'm going home empty-handed, and I done put in all this effort, and I done pulled all these stunts and chains, but I'm going home empty-handed. And I was feeling kind of melancholy and blue, you know what I mean? But it was like, what are you sad about? You're sad because you can't go grab you a $30,000 tractor? Stop for a minute and reflect. I was just in Florida and I told my wife, I said, you know, and I can't make this up. I was in tears and I told her, you know what? God is good to us. Everything I ask for, he gives us. Everything I ask for, the Lord provides to us. And sometimes he don't. But when I really need something, when I really, really need something, want something, every time for the last 30 years, he always provides. And it brought me to tears because I was like, I'm sitting here sipping on a margarita, watching the sunset. I'm sitting off of my balcony in my condo in Florida, talking about some blessed. I got everything I've ever asked for. But then I come home and say, oh, boo-hoo, woe is me. I can't get a tractor. I had to stop. And the reason I'm telling y'all this is because you need to stop too. Things are ugly and they're going to get worse. But doggone it, if you don't take doggone 1 hour of your day, because it's going to take at least 1 hour for you to get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and write down how many positive blessings that you have going on in your life. Even if you at your worst, it's going to take you longer than an hour. If you really sit and think and concentrate, and after a while, once you start writing that first few blessings, you're like, well, yeah, what's the name? End up graduating from school. I didn't think he was going to make it. Oh, and the baby came out. They said that baby was going to be premature, but the baby came out at the weight. The more you write, the more you're going to realize, man, I got it pretty good. I got it pretty good. And I'm going to tell you somebody pretty much kicked me dead in the grapes the other day. Somebody kicked me square off in the nuggets. They said this to me. I found this comment on one of my videos. I don't even remember which video it was. I think it's like from last year. And this young lady, I couldn't even be mad at her. She said, I'm trying to remember, I ain't gonna remember word for word, so I'm paraphrasing, okay? She said, are you kidding me? You're talking about the struggle. Now listen now, you go back, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna post it. She said, because I didn't erase it. I gave her 2 hearts. She said, you're talking about the struggle, but you also said you own several properties. You also said you own several properties. She said everybody in the USA is spoiled and ungrateful. I need you to hear exactly what I just said. I don't remember which exact video it was, but I was talking about the struggle and how bad things are about to get. But at the same time in that video somewhere, I must have mentioned, yeah, I'm at my house. And later I'm going to go to my land, my acreage, which is my playground. That was a chin check that I accept wholeheartedly if she's still watching me. That was a straight chin check and a reality check like I ain't never had before. Like, boy, I'm gonna say this in my language, because clearly she wasn't from this country. She was really saying, boy, if you don't shut up, you sitting here talking about you struggling, and you sitting here and you got 2 properties, and boy, shut up. I just remember the piece she said. She said where she is, her people can't even afford a doghouse. She said where she is, her people can't even afford a doghouse, and I'm complaining. Ma'am, if you're watching me, I salute you. I stand corrected, and you are right. I am blessed. I am blessed not just with the spirit. I'm blessed with some materialistic things as well, earthly things. I know that doesn't help things, but I am blessed. And with what that woman said, believe it or not, helped me make my decision today. Do I need a tractor that bad? Do I need a tractor so bad that I need to put my family in debt for the next 7 years during the worst financial crisis in history? Do I need to, because debt is sacrifice. I don't care how you look at it. Do I need to put my entire family in debt, which is a sacrifice? For what? For what? What am I doing? Like, is it making us a lot of money? You can't say it's feeding us because we already eating. I'm going to be using it sparingly. What am I doing? I went to Kubota. I went to John Deere. I went to Mahindra. Wait, I'm breaking up. Hold on. Close out some of these apps. Okay. I went to all the Bad Boy. I look terrible on this thing. This look pretty bad. Hold on, let me close out some of this stuff because I don't on everything. They're all devices. And it's probably because everybody is in my house using the Wi-Fi. God, I had 20 apps open on this sucker. So I went to every tractor dealership in the area. And all of them got one problem or another. John Deere is one of my favorites just because it's iconic. But they wanted $30,000 for a base model utility tractor, and the whole tractor was plastic. Plastic. The word tractor and plastic don't mix. I can't make this up. I asked the man, why did they make this? Everything, the floorboards, the fenders, the hood of it's like a lawn tractor. So why did they make this all out of plastic? He said to make it affordable. Affordable to do what? To have it fixed constantly? Made me sick. I went to Kubota. Kubota, every piece, their base model, same size, utility size, everything is like slap on $10,000. You buy the tractor, now slap on $10,000 for the front loader. Slap on this. By the time you get the basic in a Kubota, you looking at anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 for a base model of a little tractor. Mahindra was a lot better. As a matter of fact, so just in case y'all don't know, I was leaning towards Mahindra, and the reason why is because I'm a novice. I'm not a professional. I'm not a full-time commercial farmer. I just need something to get my feet wet. And it came with everything for less money than all the other brands. But that's another thing that hurt my heart, because everything is made out of junk. Everything is junk. All I saw was repairs in my near future. So now, on top of me paying all this money per month, you also got to pay for repairs. Am I ready for that? Kubota is high, but good quality. You know what else? Robert M. Kubota is good, and I love Kubota, but you have to be realistic with yourself, and that's what I was doing. I was thinking about the hard times that we're going through, which made for harder decisions. Kubota is great, but what am I doing with this piece of machinery? Is this piece of machinery making me money? The answer is no. Is it saving me a little bit of time? Absolutely yes. But is it saving me $40,000 worth of time? Danny Schubert says, Led, a tractor is an investment that can make your money back and more. Buy one that you can repair and maintain yourself. Danny Schubert, I got to be honest with you, my brother. Any other time in history, hell, all you doing is repeating after something I said 2 years ago. Buying a tractor is an investment. Absolutely. But buying a $30,000, $20,000 to $40,000 tractor with anywhere from a $300 to $400 and up payment a month, monthly payment for the next 7 years, with a whole political structure of madness and financial ruin in this country right now. How would I get my money back? What, going to do jobs for people? That means going back to work. That means going and literally starting a business and using that tractor. Now, once you start using that tractor to go make money to pay for it, now your repair and maintenance costs go up, because now you're using that on a commercial level. It don't make sense, brother. Try an auction. You want to know why I didn't want to go to an auction? Because I don't know much about tractors. So I don't know 100% of what to look for when something is bad. If something is going wrong, something is faulty, that's the only reason I've been staying away from used tractors. Because used tractors are workhorses. So people ain't just buying tractors and just driving to and from work kind of thing, you know. No. Tractors are meant to be beat up. And if you go and purchase a used tractor, you don't know what this last dude did, you know? And if you don't know what you're doing, and I'm a novice, I'm new at it, you bound to drizzle down. You getting yourself in a world of hurt. I don't want to start with a used tractor. I don't want to start with the used tractor because I don't have time to be tinkering around with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this make sense. I can't stress enough the reason for my decisions, all my financial decisions right now, are the political spectrum, how the country is being run, and the economy as we see it right now. I'm going to ask y'all right now. Let's be honest. Let's be truthful. How many people think the economy is okay right now? with all that has taken place, how many people trust that the next 12 to 24 months, everything is going to be okay? I'll wait. Johnny says it sucks. The reason I ask you that is because that's going to help you make decisions on should you be purchasing certain things right now. Certain things, absolutely you should purchase. I will be honest with you. I think everybody should invest in solar power right now. You know why? Because it pays you each and every single day. Every single day, solar power helps you. Solar power lights up your life. Solar power, I say invest in that. If I had to pick something I need to invest in right now, it would be solar power. Solar power generators, solar panels all day, without question. Okay. Thank you for that. Living Out Loud says, word on the street is that your pigs can do a lot what tractors can do. No, I don't want to do that. I've heard the same thing. Even my daughter told me about that, and I was like, nah. Kinfolk says, I'm a trucker, and I know the economy is terrible. TJ, you only live once, can't take anything with you. What do you mean by that, TJ? What do you mean by you only live once, you can't take it with you? I'm not quite understanding. Are you talking about your... Yeah, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. Just explain yourself. Because that almost sounds like throwing caution to the wind to me. Here we go. Julie, I'm purchasing fruit seeds for my hydroponic garden. I live in an apartment. I have a vegetable garden in my first hydroponic garden growing right now. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, 99 Fabrication TV. Let me tell you something. You took the words out of my mouth. If I have enough time, I'm going to rent a tractor or a backhoe this weekend. I got a event coming up, and either before it or after the event, I'm going to rent a backhoe for 3 days, and I'm gonna put a big dent in my pond project, and that's gonna cost me $400. $400 versus $40,000. So think about it. If I end up needing a backhoe another weekend for 3 days, that's $400 more, $800 versus $40,000. So you're right, man. That's what I planned on doing. Yeah, pigs. You say pigs are used to seal and compact the pond bottom. Yeah, it's not that simple though. You just, you know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. You just don't say, hey, pigs, over there and seal that up. You know, it ain't that simple. I've heard it before, and I also heard that, again, it's not that simple. Okay. TJ said, TJ probably means live life to its fullest. Again, that's another cliche. I need to know what TJ is saying. Please don't put words in his mouth or her mouth. I need to understand what they're saying. Because when we start assuming, you understand, things come out bad. And then let's just say TJ is saying live life to its fullest. You can't take it with you. That's what he's saying. Spend your money. Go hog wild and pig crazy. Let's just say that's what he's saying. Not in this climate. You can't take it with you. Okay? Very true. But that cliche is borderline corny to me, because I say this. You can't take it with you. So go ahead and do whatever you're going to do. But what about the people that you leave behind? You understand? So if I rack up a bunch of debt on a bunch of stuff, and then when something happens to me and I leave this earth, my children and my wife is still here to have to deal with all of that nonsense. Dipper says living life to its fullest doesn't mean living recklessly. Well, that's why I'm asking the person for their definition, because we can say this, live life to its fullest, because that's a cliche that everybody just throw around loosely, right? How about live responsibly? Why nobody ever says that? Because that's only one meaning to that. Live life to its fullest can mean anything. But live life responsibly, it only has one meaning. And that's what the message that I was trying to get to people today is I'm trying to be responsible. And right now, somebody just said it. I just seen it. Judy says, Mr. Led, is not the time to go into large amounts of debt. Try to pay as much debt as you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? This is not the time right now. Nah. Listen, I want one bad. Okay? Let's be honest. I want it bad. You see this jawbone? I want a tractor bad. But not enough to sacrifice putting my family in that deeper debt. Not at this time. This is not the time to be in debt. And we're all pretty much in debt. I don't want to add to that. I'm really trying to get out of any debt. That was the whole mission. Some things you just can't get out of. I understand. But doggone it, 40 stacks, 30 stacks, 20 stacks. Listen, if I had $20,000 cash money, give me that one. If I had 20 stacks, now we talking. Because now I don't owe nobody nothing. You understand? It's easier to make those kind of decisions when there is no trailer hitch on to your decision. If I pulled the trigger today and signed that doggone paperwork, I got the tractor. I'm happy. I can't wait to get home and tell my wife, but at the same time, it's going to be sleepless nights thinking about that payment that I better make. And that's where people is messing up. And I wanted to share my testimony today so you guys, because I know you're going through it. I know you are. I know you're going through it because everybody going through it right now. And to be honest, let's be honest. Things are looking bleak. So I'm waiting for my wife to come down so I can cry on her lap. So she could rub my head, tell me, baby, it's gonna be okay. And it ain't cause I'm hurt. It ain't cause I'm gonna be without. But just like the other lady said, in so many words, I'm blessed. She called it spoiled American. I'm gonna call it, she was right. I'm blessed. The lady that I guess she tried to throw some shade on me, you really did, ma'am. You really did wake me up to my reality, because she called me spoiled American and all of this, but I am. You are too. And sometimes you need somebody that you don't even know from a hole in a sock to wake you up and make you realize you are blessed. Even through your hardships, you are blessed. Even through your trials and tribulations, you are blessed. And you just sometimes need to go through this type of thing right here to feel it. How many people ever purchased a car, a vehicle, and you went and did too much? You purchased a vehicle that you really, really, really wanted, but you didn't really, really want that car payment. How many people ever done that? Well, I'll put my hand down because I've never done it. How many people ever purchased a car that they really wanted and they knew they could barely afford the payment, but they did it anyway? Come on, be honest. I've never done it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never done it. Okay. Let's be honest. That feeling of when it's almost time to make that payment every month, when that due date is up, every month, just say your month is on the 19th, you make a payment. Every time it's about the 17th, you start feeling sick inside, don't you? You start feeling a little ill, right? Hey, Granny Karma Homestead. Don't you start feeling a little sick? Because you know you're going to pay it. Because it's coming straight out of your bank account. The worst feeling is once they take that car note out your bank, you still got to pay lights, still got to pay gas, still got to pay water, still got to pay rent and mortgage, still got to buy food, still got to get back and forth to work, still got to put gas in your car, still, right? Your kid just came home talking about they got a field trip coming up and they need $20. But you sitting here riding in an expensive luxury car. Your son said he need a new pair of shoes. The whole bottom of his shoe done fell off. Your daughter come home and say she ready for prom. She want her prom dress and her makeup did, but you got to pay that car note. No matter what is going on in your world, you start seeing a leak coming out the ceiling for some reason, a drip of water, you like, oh my God, I got to call a plumber. Don't matter. You still got to pay that car note. Well, That's how I feel. I don't want that feeling. I don't want that feeling of having to barely get by. And that gut-wrenching feeling where you can't sleep trying to figure out, am I still, look, hey, pop a button. Am I still sexy enough for the pole? Can I still move it like I used to? Do I still got it? Do I still got the moves? Would they put dollars in my drawers, or would they put change, or would they just throw a whole roll of pennies at me? When you get to a point, this is truth, and y'all been there. When your money start getting so tight from the stupid decisions you made, where you start thinking about stripping for real, or if you start gaining respect for strippers, you know what I'm saying? If you start rooting for the bad guy that's out there robbing, you got a problem. You know? If you actually sit around and you so deep in debt where you start thinking about, hey, you know, selling these edibles don't look so hard. You know, don't look too hard, you know. Selling these little sacks, little dime bags, don't seem so hard. I mean, I can do it, you know. Keep a low profile, you know. If you get to that point where you start rooting for the criminals, you know you done messed around and got yourself in a bad way. If you start getting to a point financially where you start looking at crime TV shows and critiquing the criminal, you financially messed up in the head. I don't want to be there. Have you ever been in such hard times where you watching crime TV and you see what the criminals is doing and mess around and how they got caught? You end up by the end of the show, how much time they got to spend 10 years in prison, blah, blah, blah. You looking like, that's where he messed up. See, what I would have did, I would have done that right there. See that? He didn't even look up and see that camera getting. Because if he would have looked up and paid attention, right, he could have saw that camera. He would have went in there, got that camera, get that recording out of there. He messed up. That's where he messed up at. If you watching crime TV and you see this and critiquing the criminals, critiquing the crimes on how they messed up, that means you know good and well you broke. Because you're like, oh, see, that's where he messed up. I wouldn't have pulled this bank job with him. He had too many people with him. He had too many goofballs with him. See, I did it by myself. It was me. If it was me, you know, I'd have drove myself to the bank. I don't need, I could do bad all by myself. Am I right? If you start critiquing criminals on how you can do it better, you might be in some financial trouble. You don't even realize it, but you starting to see like, oh, see, I knew they was going to get caught. Soon as they got that car, didn't take the plates off the back. I knew they was going to get caught. You in trouble. I don't want to be at that point. If you end up, if you get to a point where you like, I could do OnlyFans. I know some ladies out there done thought about it. Don't play if you ain't doing it. I could do some OnlyFans. I still got all this. Somebody want to see this right here. I still got all my teeth. They still hold up in the garage nice, So Still got a little something in the trunk. Some of these young bucks want to see this. If it even run across your mind, where, you know, I still got the moves. I can still get up on stage. I think I can hold myself up on that pole for at least 5 seconds. I think I can dance, you know, a little provocative for one song and, you know, before I have to catch my breath. And I can still wear some drawers where my stomach ain't hanging over the little bow in the front, you know. I think I still got enough where, you know, if I hold my stomach in and don't eat before it's time for me to dance, my stomach won't, you know, hang over the Victoria. You'll see the secret, but you won't see the Victoria. I think I could pull it off. If you get to that point in your financial career, you messing up. Okay? I'm just saying. If you start thinking about getting you a booth down at the flea market, if you start thinking about getting you a booth down at the flea market, and you start going through your garage and in your attic like, we don't need this no more. That'll bring at least $10. What you think? That'll get us about $10, don't you think? Shit. Hey, he don't wear them shoes. Put them in the box. Put them in the box. Look, don't nobody ever sit at this table. Man, go put this table in the trunk, man. Go put it in the back of the truck. We ain't using this table. It's taking up space. Man, I can get about $50 for that table and the chairs. It's a whole set. If you get to that point about thinking about the flea market, renting you a booth about $13 a week, why do I know the price of it? Why do I know how much it costs to get a booth? Because here we go. This is where we at. And these are things that we need to be thinking about these times, because times are hard. They're going to get harder, and it's going to make it harder to make decisions. Because everything you do right now, everybody is counting on you. You just can't just go out here and just blow it and have a good time. And like the person said, live life to the fullest. And somebody else said that doesn't mean live recklessly. I understand. But, you know, when most people here live life to its fullest, you only live once. You can't take it with you. All of that insinuates a fair amount of recklessness and irresponsibility. Let's be honest, right? Nobody ever says you only live once and then put money in their safe. Nobody does that. Am I lying? Before you say, well, you only live once, and then put the money in your safe or put the money in your savings account. Nobody says that. Nobody. Right? So that's why it's taken when somebody says that cliche that you about to do some nonsense. Well, you only live once, hooker. Well, you only live once. Put all your money on black at the casino. Well, you only live once. You know, that you don't never hear nobody say you only live once and you can't take it with you and they about to do something smart. Never, ever, never. Okay. So TJ, I'm messing with you. I'm pulling your leg too. TJ say, I was messing with you. I'm messing with you too. All right. So no. The truth is, everybody, we are in a horrible, historically financial crisis. So our decisions, we're gonna have to move a little different from here on out. If things weren't like they are right now, if the whole world hadn't turned their backs on us right now, if this country didn't make enemies out of everybody on the planet right now, I would have a tractor. I would have that tractor because I would be feeling a little bit more confident that in 7 years I could pay that tractor off. Right now, I do not feel confident on being able to pay off a tractor. I don't feel confident paying off a whole tractor. Hey, honey, I need you to rub my head. Tell me it's gonna be okay.
Quit licking my puppy. She gonna rub your head too.
I ain't get it, honey.
It's okay, baby. It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They wanted too much money.
Well, you still gonna get what you need done some way, somehow. Don't even stress. Say, don't even stress. Say, don't even stress. You heard me? Ooh, the breath. Don't even stress. Y'all don't stress either.
I just got through telling them this was my testimony about making horrible decisions, hard decisions during this hard time.
No stress, no strain.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome, baby. Anytime.
Now I'm really acting like a spoiled brat. I can't not even have my tractor. I can't even have it. I want a tractor and I can't not even have my tractor. I'm like a spoiled baby now. I'm being treated unfairly. They won't let me play with the tractor. So that's all, you guys. I'm not going to hold you up. I just wanted to come to you and let you see what was going on. And this ain't about the tractor itself. It's about the situation. For me, it's a tractor. For you, I don't know. What are you going through right now that you would really, really want, that you know good and well during these hard times? You're going to have to put it off. So do me a favor. After this video, put in the comments what you really, 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 really want, or really, 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 really need, that you just have to put off until this stuff just even itself out, this economy clear itself up. What do you have to put out? What do you have to sacrifice and just let go for now? Put in the comments after the video. Everybody, thank you for listening to me. Please tell us your story, because I know I'm not the only one. For me, it's a tractor. What is it for you that you have to put off because of these hard times? Hard times is making for really hard decisions. All right? Lev Farmer 73. I love y'all. Don't you, pup? We love you. And we out. Peace.